Brothers and sisters, what's going on? Brother Hayru Horace. I don't know how many of you have seen Pirates of the Caribbean at Roseanne, but there's a Captain Jack Sparrow in this movie, in this part of the movie. This is a very important part. He's trapped in a place called Davy Jones' Locker. This movie says that the other pirates could only find Jack Sparrow. They found him in a place that cannot be found. Davy Jones' locker is a place of imprisonment. Mostly is mental imprisonment. Davy Jones' locker is a place of mental imprisonment. And there, Jack Sparrow, which was literally a representation of the original people, okay? He was the captain of a ship. He was trapped in Davy Jones' locker with his ship. He was trapped in Davy Jones' locker with his ship. And what was so important about freeing Jack Sparrow, this Captain Jack Sparrow? The captain is the leader. The captain's the leader. The captain's well known. Who's the most powerful, right? He held an accomplice that would literally open it up. He just spin, which is literally meant that the compass, when you open up that compass, but it's nothing but 0-point energy. All right. Now, that compass was necessary because that was that one last piece that could free Calypso, which is the goddess of the sea. Pirates of the water Calypso, powerful sister. So, in this, I need you to understand that they got to the place that could not be found, because this is how the other pirates that were looking for them, they had to go to. They had to go to a place that could not be found. What is that place that cannot be found? It's the spirit realm. You can't find the spirit realm. You have to go there. All right. Because Davy Jones is a place of a mental imprisonment. Yes. So they had to go and find him in the spirit realm to bring him back to this reality. So there's some things that happened in the midst of it while trapped in Davy Jones' locker. You saw one version of Jack Sparrow finding a peanut, another version of him killing the one version of him over the peanut. He said, how many more brothers and sisters are killing each other over peanuts, money, things? He say, she say, Cartier glasses, Gucci, place of mental imprisonment. There's another version of him that all of a sudden just starts to cluck like a chicken, which is a representation of acting all crazy, uncontrolled, no discipline. Bark, 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 bark. Yes. There's another version of him who was gearing and moving closer to the gold. The gold is, he's moving closer to the gold. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to be with an animal, not a gold goat? Then there's another version of him who wants to rule over other versions of himself. And this is why he's in Davy Jones' locker. He found someone to rule over his own brothers and sisters, finding themselves want to rule over their own. This is literally talking about us. So he finally came to himself. He was in his ship. He was trapped in this place of imprisonment while he was in his ship. The ship was right there with him. This is our realm. Our realm is our ship. we're placed in the trap police. We're trapped in a place of imprisonment in our own ship. Davy Jones' locker is all mental. Alright. Understand this. So he got to a point where he wanted to pull his ship out of this place. In the meantime, the other pirates, which are a representation of the brothers and sisters, they finally came to that place, which is the spirit realm. He started pulling his ship, and it wasn't moving, but there was some stones that were actually crabs. So when you get to this point of understanding what the crabs mean, they represent perseverance, determination. Crabs represent you want to move forward, you have new dreams, and you need to move forward. That's what the crabs represent. You see what you can do. We're following them. And begin to pull the ship within. The crabs took over. And that's that spiritual energy. They're white crabs. That was the spiritual energy. They carried his ship to the waters. The waters represent freedom, power. As long as he was on the sand, which means that he was in a place that he could not freely move. There's sand, the place of drought. As long as he was on that sand, he could have removed the crabs, which represents his spiritual perseverance. The will to want to change, the will to want to do something different, the will to want to be free, as that's what the crabs literally represent. So the other brothers and sisters, the pirates, on the other side of this, they're looking, where's Jack, Jack? And there goes his ship, coming over the sand hill, going into the water. Now you're in the water now. The water represents power, energy, spirit, spiritual power. But he was still in Davy Jones' locker, and the other pirate says, "We're coming to get you out." "What do you mean you come to get me out? How'd you get in here? Are you real?" Yeah, making up all these questions like all the others. This is real. This is really happening. Yes, this is happening. So they all get in a ship and they said, "Wait a minute. How do we get out of Davy Jones' locker? Because we're in here." They look at the map. They had all the pirates. Pirates represents the other brothers and sisters. Those brothers and sisters who already awakened. Those brothers and sisters have found out the only way that we can get to the most important part of the brothers and sisters. We meet them in the spirit realm. So said, we're all gonna get on the ship. So Jack Sparrow, now he started to awaken. Because he's on the ship, he says, "I got all this power to move and do things that I want to do freely. But I got to get out of Davy Jones' locker, which is a mental imprisonment. I got to get out of Davy Jones' locker. I got to get out of this state of mental imprisonment." They had to rock the boat, he said. Up and down is up. Up is down, and down is up. So he had to rock the boat, side to side. He goes down to the bottom of it and unhinged the cannons. So all the weight started going back and forth. The ship turned upside down. And it turns upside down. They were in that place of darkness. It was darkness. Where they're upside, there's sunshine. And they turn upside down. There's this place of darkness under the water represents spiritual energy. The darkness, dark spiritual energy. That's what that represented. And they were all in the water, and they are holding on to the ship, which is our realm, which is the window to our realm. We're not letting go. And what happens as the sun goes down, the great solar flash, and the ship turned up, and they were out of Davy Jones' locker. You understand what this is, brothers and sisters? We are the compass. We are the ones who rule the compass, the free Calypso, which is the goddess of the waters, which is literally the one who gives us the power and energy and strength to go that furthest mile. So the whole point of the great solar flash is us removing ourselves from this mental imprisonment known as Davy Jones' locker. We gotta go back in that spiritual state of mind, go into the darkness. All right. And once we rock the boat, what happens? The ship flips. Our ship flips. Our ship is our realm, which literally represents the pole shift. We're shifting in the polarities. We're shifting in the energies. Therefore, it's going to increase that solar flash. Now, there's an important part of this. Without the closest solar flash show, right after the solar flash happens, all of the pirates with the special peaches. So each one of us got a special piece to us. They all put these special pieces inside of this boat. And it says, you got to talk to Calypso, the god who is goddess of the waters. And I said, I release you from your human bonds. That water is the Calypso. Calypso is within us. This is a spiritual, powerful energy within us. And the words must be spoken. I release the original people from their spiritual bonds. But this is not until after the great solar flash of 2024. Here's the great solar flash of 2024. Everyone thinks the great solar flash is going to be a part where we get this huge amount of energy going across the land like they see in that movie. No. It's literally the opposite. Gotta remember, everything grows in the darkness. You're seeing dandelions growing. Dandelions don't grow in the sun. Dandelions grow in the darkness, because that darkness is for our powerfulness. They like that darkness. So when we come through this great solar eclipse, it's going to be a total darkness. This is going to could be like, that is a great solar flash. Light is dark, and dark is light. And therefore, what happens, you say with it in yourself, brothers and sisters, I release myself from this human bond, that I may be a deity that I was supposed to be. I release the human bonds for my people. Just do it for yourself. You can't do it for yourself. You got to do it for everybody. This great solar flash is the total eclipse. We have another eclipse before. We have the lunar eclipse, the great lunar flash that happens first. Yes, see that when that moonlight goes dark. That moonlight goes dark. Oh yes, you have the great lunar flash with nothing but pure dark lunar energy. And you got the great solar flash. The great solar flash is nothing but pure, unadulterated solar energy. That's all dark energy. And that's what the solar flash is coming to you. Everyone's thinking this big old huge bolt of light. No, it's a bolt of darkness. And when the darkness and the sun and the moon arises from this darkness, the original people connected directly to the sun and moon will have changed, because the sun and moon will have changed as well. We are exiting Davy Jones' locker, that place of mental imprisonment in our own realm. Our realm is our ship, but we can control our realm and be the beings of power that we're supposed to be, that no one can control us and tell us what to do, and we have free reign all over the Davy Jones walker. We're exiting this. The great solar flash is to take place. I share this with you all now. All right, brothers and sisters, we're exiting Davy Jones' locker. And here comes the grand solar flash. Let's get ready to grow. Much power to you all.